Hey everybody, so what's up? I am going to spend today talking about the difference between tarot cards and oracle cards, because there is a difference. And a lot of people don't really know what it is, so we're gonna talk about it. Reason I'm putting you down on my floor is because all of my tarot stuff is on the bottom shelf of my bookshelf here. I have quite a few decks. So give me a second here, because I did not think about this. I should have set up first. I am almost done, I swear. Okay. So, I have one tarot deck. Okay. But I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 oracle decks. Now, tarot decks are what people generally think of. There's the pentacles and cups and swords and wands and the major arcana, like the Fool and the Hanged Man and the Moon and the Empress and the, everything else. The Death, the Sun. I think the Sun is one of them. I haven't used my tarot deck in a while. But anyway. So it's that. Those are tarot cards. And personally, this is not for everybody, because I know of quite a few people that have a lot of tarot decks, and they find that each tarot deck is different, and I'm sure that that's true. However, I have one tarot deck, and it is a sassy bitch. So I was like, I don't need another one of you. You have a special niche in my life, And the tarot deck that I have is Shadowscape's Companion by Stephanie, I'm not even going to try to pronounce that because I'm going to butcher it, and Barbara Moore. So, this was the first tarot deck I got, like tarot or oracle deck I got, and I just really love the artwork. Love how I questioned, is the sun one of them, and that's the one I open up to. See? Sassy. Hi, Cooper. Oh, this is Cooper for first-time viewers. She's my pagan kitty. She likes to eat the flames off of my candles. She thinks that it's fun. And then she gets confused as to why she's hurt. She is smart, I promise. She's not. She's just like, this is interesting. So, that's tarot cards. Then, we have oracle cards. Now, oracle cards are different than tarot cards because tarot cards have a set, like, a distinct setup. There's the major arcana, then there's the minor arcana, and the minor arcana is separated into 13 cards for 4 sections, 13 cards each. It's a stable setup. Oracle cards can be whatever the person who makes it wants it to be. Alright? My personal favorite, the first oracle deck that I got, Mythic Oracle. I love the Mythic Oracle. It's great. It's the only Greek deck that I have found. And it has Hestia, and it has Hades, and it has Cronus, and it even has, where is one of them? Cooper, calm down. Heracles. Okay, so it's not just the gods and goddesses, it's even like the nymphs and the heroes and the everything. So, and the guidebook is really chill in the sense that it gives you different spreads that you can do, but also it tells you like the introduction to Greek myths, and it says the cards in the Mythic Oracle are divided into 5 categories. The Protogeni, the Titans, the Olympians, the magical beings, and the heroes. And at the beginning, it always says the myth, and there's a nice little paragraph about, like, describing who the person is, and then the message that the card is giving you. And I find that that's really interesting and helpful, because in the myth, there's symbolism that maybe the person you're reading for, or even if you're reading for yourself, might be like, oh, I've seen this, that, and the other in my everyday life, and this might be, like, further, like, might require further examining, you know, and stuff like that. So I love the Greek Oracle, the Mythic Oracle. Then I have, I think this is the next one that I got. It might have been this one. I have 2 crystal decks, and I don't remember which one I got first. But we're going to talk about this one first. The Healing Oracle Crystal Reading Cards. I like this because it has a little magnet, so it keeps everything nice and together. And then all that the cards are, I keep malachite in here. All that the cards are pictures of crystals and what they do. And I love that. I think it's great because I like to use these for when I need a crystal, but I don't have one. I can just look through the deck and be like, oh, I need a moonstone. Here's the moonstone card. Set it down, you know, because these are all, like, imbued with the energy of these stones. Like, just by the person really looking into the stones and writing in the guidebook the different stones and stuff, it's like they're like they count, you know. Now the guidebook was interesting because of course it says the name and what's on the thing, but then it also says crystal color, related chakras, crystal medicine, crystal meaning, and oracle reading, the message from the crystal. So there are all types of, like, sections based on, like, what you can get from these cards. So it's very thorough, and can be used for multiple purposes, which is nice. Okay, you guys saw this one in my last one. It's called Postcards from Spirit, and they look like little postcards, and then there's paragraphs. And it's like, when I just need help from the other side, I like using these. Oh, sorry. Okay. Haven't used my humidifier in a while. Need to. So, those are interesting. I do try to keep tape on here because they kind of just... So, if you buy these, try and get tape or something. The other Crystal Tarot is called just that. The Crystal Tarot. Now, the reason it's called Crystal Tarot instead of Crystal Oracle is because it technically is a tarot deck. It has the King of Swords and the Wheel of Fortune and the World and the Queen of Pentacles and all that mess. But the guidebook itself focuses on the crystals attached to those. So the Ace of Pentacles, the crystal is Moldavite, the chakra is the base chakra, and then there's the interpretation and how the Moldavite connects to the Ace of Pentacles, right? So it's a nice mixture of oracle and tarot. It's set up like a tarot, but it's also, like, has some of that, like, oracle individuality to it, which is nice. Let's see if I can get these back in here. Haha. This one also requires tape to stay shut. I don't know why people do that, but that's fine. This one is the Empathic Oracle. When I was discovering that I may not be empathic, I may be clairsentient, I bought this. Because I feel like this one really goes through and uses symbolism specific to empaths and clairsentients. Like this one is phases, direction, summer, crown chakra, strength, root chakra, water, you know, like it's things that empaths and clairsentients think in when they try to explain to non-empaths and clairsentients what they're feeling. Or when somebody is like, you're an empath? Tell me things. And it's kind of the symbolism that we use. The Empathic Oracle guidebook is little and small, and so is the container, to compare to the Mythic Oracle. It's like mini. Oh, I'm sorry, did I bother you, Cooper? This cat over here. But anyway, so, oh, and I opened up to the first card that I showed you, phases. So at first it says, it has like a sentence that's just like the base meaning. And then it has a little paragraph that usually starts with, as an empath, this, you know, and it goes into the meaning based on you're an empath, so you feel things and understand things differently. And then there's an extra little mantra at the end. So it's a really nice way to just, even for like one card drawings, just to be like, what do I need to focus on today? Directions. Okay, what's the mantra? You know, and try and like do that. It's really nice. The spells deck. I haven't used this very often, but it looked dope, so I bought it. Because I'm one of those people. And it's fine if you're one of those people. The spells deck. It talks to you about, oh, the spells deck is a witch's divination tool and an all-levels guide to ritual spells and recipes for magical occasions and intentions. You can use this deck in a variety of ways. If you have a clear intention, like blessing a new home or attracting a mate, select a card from one of the 8 categories and to find one that aligns with your purpose. Yeah, I haven't used this one very much because it's just like, what is happening with this? You know, like it's just like, there's so much going on. If someone's experienced with this deck, tell me, like, I get confused. But like, there's mugwort, there's temple, there's witch bottle, there's Epona, which is the Celtic and Roman goddess of horses, there's the circle, and it tells you on circle, like, to cast a circle, light 4 candles, 1 for each element, and starting with the east, place a candle on the east, south, west, and north points of the circle. And then it goes into, next, light a candle representing divine spirit. And it, like, tells you how to do the thing. There's Brigid, and it says, it basically tells you how to make an incense to help invoke Brigid, which is dope, but, like, this is a lot. Like, how do you use this as, like, a divination tool? I feel like this should be in, like, a 3-ring binder, and you could just, like, flip through and be like, oh, I need to talk to Bridget. Okay, here we go. Like, I don't know how you would use this for, like, divination. It's just a lot. But anyway, one day I'll figure that out. So if you guys have experiences with this deck, hit me up in the comments section, because I need to know. I kind of like this one because it goes in this way. And it stays in for the most part, so that's nice. I'm saving my favorite one for last. This isn't my favorite one. I actually haven't used this one yet. I found this when I was in Glens Arbor. The Literary Witch's Oracle. I don't care what anyone says. This is dope. because there's Mary Shelley, which stands for loss. There's Flannery O'Connor, which stands for humanity. Sylvia Plath, which stands for the dark. Mumbai, which stands for devotion. Like Joy Harjo, who stands for bravery. Shirley Jackson, who stands for family. Like Emily Dickinson, the soul. Like it's all like famous authors, and particularly women's authors. And then there's book, boar, you know, eel, wall. Like there's symbolism, but then there's also Agatha Christie for trickery. There's Mary Shelley's thing for loss. Like, it's dope, and I need it in my life, and one day I'll use it. I just haven't yet. Maybe I'll do a video on using the decks, the 2 decks that I haven't used yet, because I really need to use them. Put that back. Put this back. Okay. Last but not least, my favorite. I love this one because it's so entertaining. Karma cards. It's the best. And this one, you don't even really need a guidebook. The guidebook pretty much just explains the houses, the planets, and the signs. And like, it's like an astrology guidebook, not really a guidebook for the cards. Because the cards themselves are split up into houses. Where's that? Okay. Signs. And then planets. So you keep them in these 3 piles, right? I always forget the correct order though. First page. That's how you read the thing. First page. Planets first, then signs, then houses. Okay, I did it correctly. Shuffle each deck in turn. Turn over the top card in each deck. For an outcome answer, read the blue panels. And for an action answer, read the red panels. So if I just randomly flip these over, okay, we're going with blue because blue's one on top. So the blue is the outcome answer. My answer is Jupiter in Capricorn in the 4th house. The physical is good fortune resulting from the rules imposed by your home base or family. The mental is blessings from focusing on support. And the spiritual is the granting of dedication to achieve what makes you feel secure. Like, it just has like a sentence, and you don't have to sit there and be like, oh, what's this? It's just like a nice little sentence. It's just like, yeah, we good. We got you, fam. I love it. I love it. It makes it so much more interesting, because sometimes people will like be asking about like their love life or something, and the person they're dating, their sign will be the sign card, and it's just like, oh. But yeah, so those are my tarot decks and my oracle decks. And yeah, that's the difference. The tarot deck has structure, oracle decks do not. Could have just said that and been done, but you know. And this is Cooper. Cooper, say hi. I don't know if you can hear her purring, but she is. You gonna say bye to people, Cooper? Nope.